25 years ago, Graça Machel released her seminal report, The Impact of War on Children, exposing the unique horrors faced by children living in conflict. Based on 3 years of extensive research at the request of the United Nations and with support from UNICEF, Graça Machel's report revealed the extent of grievous rights violations committed against children. She showed the international community that in conflicts around the world, children are not merely bystanders to the violence around them, but targets of it. Her words ring as true today as they did then. There are few further depths to which humanity can sink. This report and this reality sparked global outrage, but also action.
It catalyzed a UN agenda on children and armed conflict with the creation of the Office of the Special Representative of the Secretary General for Children and Armed Conflict and new tools to better protect conflict-affected children. Since 2005, the United Nations has verified over 250,000 grave violations against children in conflict, yet many more suffer without being accounted for. Sadly, 25 years after the report's release, and despite increased awareness and tremendous efforts on the ground, children continue to bear the brunt of conflict.
Every day, children are being killed and maimed, recruited and used as soldiers, subjected to sexual violence, abducted, their schools and hospitals attacked. Every day, children and their communities are denied life-saving humanitarian assistance. Each of these violations represents an individual child who has had to bear more fear, pain, distress, and loss than any of us should confront in a lifetime. And these violations are happening in direct contravention to the international laws that exist to protect children.
However, with the right political and financial support, the United Nations and its monitoring and reporting mechanism can continue to play a critical role in protecting children from the impacts of war, changing established damaging behaviors, preventing grave violations from occurring in the first place, and holding perpetrators to account.
So today, 25 years on from Graça Machel's report, we are asking you to join us in calling for the full adherence to international humanitarian and human rights law by all parties to conflict, governments and armed groups alike.
Increased investment in and commitment to the United Nations and its monitoring and reporting mechanism. Increased support for retaining and expanding United Nations child protection expertise.
And protection for more. And ultimately, for peace for every child.